actually join me at a lake that I've been at in probably about a month, if I'm honest with you. It's going to be a real quick one, by the way. Just here for a quick overnighter. It's been absolutely manic in the factory over the duration of the last sort of week. We've had Black Friday, we've had the winter carp show, and let's just say it got a bit mad. It truly did. There's been a few orders. Let's just say that. Jesus. So you join me for, like I said, for a quick 24 hours at the Chichester Complex and on Copse. So I'm back up here, and there's one fish in there I'd dearly like to catch, and the conditions are absolutely bob on. It's around 2 o'clock at the moment, or sort of just gone 2 o'clock, and I've probably got 2 hours of light, so it's going to be a bit of a race against time. I want to get some bait out. I'm going to fish bags on one rod as well, or on 2 rods, and then sort of a normal sort of boom set up on the other, because I know a spot out there and it's clear as daisy, so I can put clear as daisies, as clear as you like, so I can put a rod over that, and that's what I'm going to do with a little bit of bait over it. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'll touch base with you obviously when all the rods are out in a bit, and sort of when I'm sort of sat down, try and capture a few bits of me casting and what have you. In the meantime, making bags in that. So yeah, and then I go from there. Like I said, it's going to be a bit of a rush because I know where I need to fish, but as you know, this time of year the darkness comes in very quickly. It's December now, and it is December the 5th. December the 5th, eh? Where's that year gone? Get in the comments down below if you think the year's gone fast, because I certainly think it has. Time has just flown by this year. It truly has. And ParkerBaits has evolved again, and also so we've got some exciting meetings going into next week as well, which I'll maybe touch base with you later on in this video. But for now, before I start this video, guys, give us a thumbs up, make sure you comment down below, smash that subscribe button so you don't miss any videos going forward, and hopefully I can bring you a quick little banger. Well, that is an absolute mess in there, but we won't go there. It's now just started to rain, and quite hard, although it's not doing it justice. So I'm in like a public bit. You can move up and down, so you get people up and down. And funnily enough, there was a video, one of the very first videos I'd done at the channel, and someone decided to go and try and rob my Barrow. So if you haven't seen that video, go over and check it out. One of the early videos here at ParkerBaits YouTube channel. God alive. There's something behind me, but I've got my phone on quite loud. My ears are not very good anyway. All of a sudden I hear someone trying to pull my Barrow up. So I jumps off out my bivvy, takes my light on, didn't know what to do, looks up, there they are, two blokes on bikes, or sort of older gener. So I goes, come on. Went into bed, go crazy, man. He chased them up the thing and they rid off. Oh, my little heart's pumping now. God alive. Apologies about the wind, but as you can see, that's east, that's Copse. There's the rods out, don't they look naughty? New rods as well, but I'll touch on them another time because I just want to get this done now. So I've got 2 on the baited spot, 1 on it, 1 just off it, and then 1 that's sent to the abyss over there, because I normally see fish showing in the morning right up the back. But yeah, I'm going to be in the van this session. My wrap sticks there, they look a bit crooked, but they're doing the job. It's been a bit of a rush job, but the rods are out and I'm happy. There's one fish in here I want, I've mentioned that earlier, goes around sort of just over that mid 40 mark, and it's a proper old crusty mirror, and it is just something else, it truly is. And like I said, I had something a little bit going probably about 2 months ago, and had a few fish, and again maybe I'll touch on them tomorrow, maybe I won't, but we'll see. But for now I'm happy. All the Christmas lights across the back there, don't that look beautiful? Imagine having one of them caravans across the back. You're not allowed to fish from them, but just to have that as a view, what a view. And this one's real Christmassy. Look at that one over the back there, all the Christmas lights, blue lights, lovely jubbly. So yeah, rods out, happy with them. kept everything quite tight there because again, you do get the odd people come up and down. I'm in the Nossamobile, but yeah, that's where I am, that's what I'm doing, and I'll probably touch base with you now when it's dark, because now I want to watch this key part now, this next couple of hours, just after darkness as well, when it's pitch black. They do show themselves in it, but I haven't fished it this late in the year, probably for about 2 years, so yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what tonight brings. But yeah, rods on the dance floor, come on the Carp, come on the Parker-Baits, and come on the magic beans, baby, get up. Magic, 4:30. It is absolutely pitch black out there. All I can see is a car brake lights at the moment and a few Christmas lights the other side. Like I said, it's been a busy couple of days. It truly has now. Mr. Ian Rome's calling me now, so I should probably take this one. Hello, mate.
How you doing, mate? You all set up?
That was Ian on the phone. He was just saying about he had a good day, and Mr. Dancing Rome. I'm sure there'll be a video on the screen right now of him dancing around the factory or dancing at a show. The guy's a nutter, but it'll be ParkerBaits about it, Mr. Rome. So I went to Greg's with my brother before I come in. So I've got like this chicken thing there. I'm gonna give that a go in a minute. An apple like turnover thing. We call it an apple Danish, is that what you call it? Apple Danish. And a slice there, so that is my dinner. I'm obviously not going to record me eating that, guys. I didn't even bring a gas bottle with me because it's just been absolutely throw everything in, get up there. Like I said, then I got here 2ish, then it was like rush, get everything done. When I threw everything in the van prior to coming in, quickly popped angling direct, went into Greg's. I'm about to yawn again, that's bad, isn't it? Just going to show, so I am going to get an early night tonight. I need it. I need to just catch up on sleep. I truly do, because we've been doing the TikTok lives as well. The TikToks are absolutely ridiculous. I can't quite get my head around that. So if you are a TikTok user, make sure you head over to the ParkerBaits TikTok and give us a follow, because it's hilarious, absolutely hilarious. We had 736 people watching us live the other week. And orders were just getting thrown around. We had strips of orders going across the factory. It was absolutely crazy. So come over here, mate. Yeah, we might be down though for here, mate. This is getting a little bit ridiculous. No, it's not. So we've got a few more here. You go down there with them ones, and then we'll go over with them ones. So we've got one here of Steve, we've also got an here of Carl, we've also got an here of Richard. I've got stuff in the air here, over here, we've got, oh Jesus. Yeah, we've got a Sam there, so we've also got a Michael, we've got a Morgan, we've also got a Lee, we've got stuff going to Kent, we've got stuff going to West, oh my God. Yep, we've got a Marty here, we've got, it just keeps coming. This is absolutely crazy. Hopefully you're hearing what I'm saying, guys. And I think we're about there. Jesus Christ, Moses. Yep, they're still coming. Yep. Oh my God, Jay. Would you need some help? Oh no! Oh my God! Oh jeez! Oh my God! Is it actually going to stop? This is utterly ridiculous.
Still going. You're still going.
It's crazy. So I'm going to sit back now, enjoy my dinner, watch the water for another couple of hours. And get some sleep, because it's much needed. I need to get some sleep. I need an early night, and that's what I'm going to do. Come on, fish. Come on, Carp. Would you look at that? I said, would you look at that? What a pleasantly lovely, beautiful firework display. Yeah, not exactly the most smiliest face, is it? I'm not going to lie, I'm absolutely hanging. And that's not because I've been up all night drinking or anything like that. Just, had a terrible night's sleep, to be honest with you. That wind was absolutely ridiculous. I'm sort of laying there, but the wind's coming underneath the van. There's a flap underneath my van. God's sake, I'm going to get my car and van into my phone in a minute. Because I ain't got my bivvy with me. So it's not like I can even pull the van back and just set the bivvy up. Oh, for God's sake. So let me talk you through last night. Well, clearly no fish, because I'd be showing you them. That'd be my first clip this morning. So no fish. But I did hear 2 fish. Now, I heard 2 fish, but they were more to the left. Now, I've got a gentleman tomorrow, lovely geezer. Spoke to him, and first thing he said when I turned up was, I know there's only one person with a plate like that. He said, I said, how are you, mate? And I've just had a chat with him. He had nothing through the night. He's just leaving now, and he said he's going to Portugal for Christmas. I said, have a lovely time in Portugal, mate. And he said, I'll keep up on the content. There's someone else that watches the videos, so much appreciated, mate. If you ever do watch this video, thank you very much for the support. It really does mean the world to me and my family. Without people watching the content and sort of supporting the wave, then we can't move forward. So yeah, like I said, I heard 2 over to my right, which wasn't my water to be putting rods. I put a rod yesterday, it must have been 36, 37 wraps, something like that, off the back on the right hand side. I always like to fish one right off the back because, no, them fish ain't silly. They hold off in that back corner on this back lake. So if you can get a rod in there, I think peg 1's the best one for it, really, because then you can sort of keep your rods out like that. You almost, if you're fishing right in the corner from peg 2, then you're cutting the person off. Hence why I was fishing in front of me, more to the left, which ideally I would have liked to fish more to the right, but I'm not that guy. If someone's in the peg, you got to respect people around you, and it's only right. I wouldn't like it happening to me, so I wouldn't do it to other people. So I want to touch on, obviously, you see me get the rods out last night. What did I do? So I went in with a little bit of naturals, a couple of handfuls of maggot, bit of chopped worm, and loads of the OG Fish chops. Now what I've done is the OG Fish chops, I've run it through our chopper, and I've run it through about 5 times, so it's gone really, 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 really small. I don't want big bits out. Now the big bits are great for the summer, but when you're going into the winter months, I like to just run them through a couple of times in my own accord. So obviously when they come in the bag, they come in sort of nay big. It gets them down to this sort of size, so you can get that little bit of food particle on the lake bed without overfeeding them. Good few handfuls. That was the base of the mix. OG Fish chops and the thing. Then I've got our new Calanus liquid food, and I thought, if any, the naturalist one, or natural one, I thought out of all the range we've got, Tiger Nut didn't really want to be fishing, didn't want to be fishing the liquid liver. I thought, what's going to sort of complement the worm? I thought, I'll put that Calanus all over it. So I did. I put a whole bottle on. I think I've got it here, actually. Let me show you. To show you I'm not telling porkies. There it is there. So there is our new liquid food. What do you think of that? Get in the comments down below. A lot of time and effort's gone into these, and it's a pure liquid food, no bulkers and no BS in there. I'm not sort of putting glycerines or monopropylenes in or anything like that. You see a lot of companies when you walk into a tackle shop and you see that divide with the 2 liquids in there, which probably means that, not all liquids, but probably means with a lot of the liquids that a bulk has been put in, and that's basically the company trying to make that little bit more money, which my main priority is the fish, catching fish. And like I've said for a long time now, I'd rather give you guys a great product and then you keep coming back for more. So in the long run, as a business, it's more feasible anyway. So that's how I look at it. But who am I to say? So I've put a whole bottle of that in, mixed it all up, and then I went in with obviously the golden grain, if you like. I put in some sweet corn, a whole tin of that, mixed it all in, let it fester for like maybe 10 minutes, and then I put that out of a large spawn. Now, the only thing I did do slightly different with the left-hand rod, because bearing in mind, I've got my left-hand rods on the spot, my middle rod is just off the spot. I didn't want to fish too tight. I knew the temperatures going into the next 2-3 days, and obviously last night were very nice. Very nice. And I've got some screenshots. I'll put them up on the screen now, and it sort of starts going a bit downhill going into next week. So I thought, if I'm getting pecking around, I maybe had a nick one, so I'm not worried about fishing on the money. I'm worried about getting the bait sort of in the zone. Don't get me wrong, 4 or 5 bivvies, but trying to get the fish. There is a few fish in here, getting them pecking around. So that I did. So what I do is when I'm casting my spom, I hit clip at my tip up, hit clip at my tip forward, hit clip from the side, and then what it does is it sprays it. If I'm really fishing accurate, and you've probably seen it in previous videos, I'll keep that tip exactly the same every time. Every time I get that tip exactly the same. As I hit clip, bang, spawn will go down and I'll put the tip at exactly the same spot every single time. I was certainly not doing that. And also it made my life a little bit easier because it was quite windy yesterday. So when you're not fishing on the planet, you can spray it a little bit. So like I said, most of it did go on this like big old, I've got this big green tree in front of me. So I've put bang, one on the tree, one just off the tree. Horizon markers are a game changer. Now, anybody watching this thinking, what do you mean by that, Ben? Now, what I always tend to do is, and I know a lot of people go, yeah, Ben, I know about that, but I'm talking for the people that don't know about this. When you are fishing a lake, look at your horizon and see what tree line is there. Now, if you've got a predominant tree sticking up in the middle, you bet your life whoever's been in that peg has probably been fishing to that. Why do you do this? So at night time when it's pitch black, you can see exactly where you're fishing. Now, what I have found in the past, particularly places like Sandhurst and places like that, if you've got one big dead tree over their back, but it's quite thick and you can see it at night time and it's an obvious marker, before, not so much now because it's not like it used to be, it's not as weedy as it used to be, but before, what you used to find is put your rod bang on that spot, on that horizon marker, and you would eventually find a spot and think that's a damn sight clearer than sort of around it. And it's definitely something you should use in your own angling if you're not already, because that has put some fish in the bites. You know when you're sat there and you're going, I cannot find a spot. Right, Ben, chill out. Look at the horizon marker. Clearly a big old tree there. Let me play about at 15, 20, 25, 30 and see if I can pull it back and fill this clear spot. And you bet your life there's normally a clear spot on that particular horizon marker. So there's another one for you. What I did go in with yesterday, I went in with these on one of them rods. So I was fishing a natural magic bean, and I've never fished these before. Obviously I said to you I had chopped worm in my mix. Now these are OMC worms, fake worms, but I'm guessing they've got like a worm liquid on them because it smells wormy. But that's what I was using. And I had that on my left hand rod. I mean, I didn't quite fish it like this. What I'd done is I fished a half of a natural beam with about 5 of them on top, and I checked it in the margin before I cast it out, mate, and it looked absolutely naughty. Put it down and all you could see was the worm. But fishing that, you're fishing a black natural bean, you can't even see the bean, you just see these worms sort of fanned out on top of the bean, and it just looked like a bite. Fishing that on a normal Gemini boom system. It was a Nash hook, it was a size 4 Fang X, and real simple spinner setup. And I'm not trying to recreate the wheel here. It was a 9-inch boom, so it gives me a little bit more. You can fish 5s, you can fish 7s, but I'd rather fish a longer one. That I did. That went out lovely. That was the one on the spot. The one just off the spot was a half a magic bean with a few medusas on it. Now, this is another thing that I was speaking about at the Winter Carp show. If you haven't watched that vlog, go over and check it out. But I was saying with a 12mm bean, my perfect scenario is putting like 4 to 5 maggots on top of it with a 12mm bean. Otherwise, it starts pulling the bean. If you want to fish more maggot on top of it, fish half of a 15mm bean, and therefore you can get away with more of it. In my eyes, the way I fish, my mechanics of my rigs aren't going to be as effective if that bean's sort of pulled over. So by having the bean set up right, when it does go up in the mouth, it's going to pull that hook with it. Bottom lip business, job done. And that's just my own take on it. But it's been doing me plenty of bites this year. So I had one. So the middle rod was on a 12, and the right hand rod was on a washed out. I've been doing well on whites in it. So I've put half of a 15mm washed out natural, not the natural beans. It's like a sandy colour, and I've put maybe 15 to 12 maggots on top of it. Again, tested it in the margin, sat lovely. Where you cut it in half, it almost sits down, it just sits right. Again, have a play about yourself and you'll see what I mean. And that is basically how I went in. I put about 15 spoms over little bits. Like I said to you, really small little fine particles, so I'm not overfeeding them. You got a massive problem with coot in here as well, that they go down, they pick up your rigs, they're always going down and diving on your spot. So it's another reason why I use the little bits, because I think you go over a load of 80 mils, you're just going to be hammered by the coots. And obviously going into the colder months, I wanted small little food particles to keep the fish sort of moving around. Like I said, with this little bump of temperature, hence why I'm down here. I thought they may have been a bit more proactive, but again, I've had bugger all. The gentleman next to me had nothing last night. I don't think it's been fishing very well. I spoke to Bobby, a good friend of mine, one of the bailiffs up here, and he come around last night and he said there's been a gentleman, he's done like 30 nights on it and he's not had one fish. Now that's frustrating. That is frustrating. That is, you start losing your head when you start getting to them sort of numbers. It's like, what am I doing wrong? But we are coming into a very, very, very hard part of the year now, particularly on this lake. I know it shuts off a little bit, but fish are there to be caught, for sure. And I do think if you get on them at the right time, at the right place, with the right bait, you will have some fish out of it. So, yeah, that's merely the update. Now, I've probably got to around 2-3 o'clock today. I'm going to give it to, and then I'm going to get back, and I've got the girls coming over, Tallulah Willow, Tim and Cass. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Every now and again we have like a little family outing, and we're going to go to Marwell tomorrow, and that. The girls are brilliant, very good friends of mine, very passionate about their angling, and they come down the factory and they made their own boilie, the Taylor Twist. If you haven't seen that video, go over, have a look. Two little legends in my eyes, and with a true, genuine passion for fishing. That's the difference with me. It's not like Tim's went, no, you're coming out fishing. They want to be fishing. They love fishing. You know, it's like, this always stains my brain, because they went up Berners Hall, and I remember Tallulah going to Tim going, don't you get them rods out before I get there, Dad? Because I won't be happy. And she's on it. I thought that was a brilliant comment. And if there's not passion for you, because she didn't want her dad catching one with her rods, she wanted to make sure that she got their rods out herself, and she does it, and she does do it, and she absolutely smashes it. She's been doing really well recently, and she's been having some bangers. So fair play to you, and looking forward to seeing you two, by the way, because I'm sure you're going to watch this video. So that is the update. It is now 26 minutes past 9. It's a lovely morning. It truly is. And yeah, what is today going to bring? Should I reposition the rods? I'm probably going to leave them where they are, but I'm going to watch the water. I call it locking onto the water. Good watercraft is analysing what's in front of you, digesting what's in front of you, and then acting upon what you see. So whether you see a subtle show, or whether you see a fish crash out the water multiple times in the same place, you can do something about it. This time of year, if I see one show, that rod's coming in, and I'm putting a lead on it, or putting a bag on it, or whatever. So yeah, definitely a food for thought going into these colder months. Be proactive. Don't be that guy sat there on your phone watching YouTube videos. Watch what's going on, and particularly at night time. Last night, come 12:30, that's when I heard them shows. Like I said, I didn't really get much sleep last night. I was up every hour, but them hours I was up, I sort of sat on the end of my bed chair like this, looking out, listening, because you can only use your ears that time of night, because it's pitch black out there. But there was definitely 2 fish show over to my right, and there was also a lot of fish show on east, but I'm not on east, I'm on Copse, and I wanted to try and make something happen on here, but like I said, that wasn't my water. So I've said enough now. That is the update of all updates, and I'll see you in a bit. So it is recast, so I'm going to go in the black now. 5 red maggots on the top. Won't go into the rig in too much depth, but yeah, that's how I'm fishing. Little bag of this, which is the Magic Dust, a mini mix pellet, and then I'm going to put a little sprinkle of maggot in there as well, and then bang that bag over on the margin over to my right, because peg 1 is gone now, so I've got a little bit of free time. Obviously if someone turns up, I'll reel him in, but I mean for now I'm going to bang a rod over there, no brainer. The wind's been trickling down into that sort of reed line, if you like, but when I get out there I'll show you in a little bit more depth. Right, well, now talking of tight bags, that is where I'm at with them. So I'll do nice little parcels, and obviously the juice from the maggot almost makes my hole. But I've got a little bit of reds in there, mini mix pellet, obviously the dust, but that there is going to absolutely fly. It really is. Gemini boom sort of set up with a 1/4 solid bag stem there. So yeah, that's the plan of action. Let's get this rod out on the margin. Now let me quickly show you. Now, like I said, the wind's been trickling down this way, and I'm going to put one sort of here, one sort of just up from that in a second. That's a plan of action. I will keep one rod on the spot, but it's not done me a bite. So what do I do in the winter time? Sit here and open prey? No, I've got to be proactive. I've got to do something about it, and that is what I'm going to do. One over there, and obviously one on the original spot. bush. Right, well, that is the rods out. So the first one, completely wrong technique. I've stepped into it too early and I've cranked this rod, but it went, whew. Literally, I could not have placed it better. Little bit of a bow in the line, put my tip down, got it out, lovely. Hence why I double bagged. I'm like, yeah, tip down, lovely. I mean, I was like, oh, no money, boy, that is an absolute. It's like that far off the reeds, like absolutely perfect, half out the reeds, quite a whack, but like I said, technique completely wrong. And then I repeat the same process, but even worse on the second one. And steps into this cast, got a horrible bow in the line, but it's literally went within a bivvy of where I've wanted it. So I've like, nah, tip down. I know I've got a bag and I know it's clear over there. Put the tip down, tightened up the line very quickly, probably even before the bags even hit the deck, like. Tip down, yeah, lovely. And that line lay was all right. And then I redone my left-hand rod. Put the left-hand rod back out on the spot, that worm rig that I said to you about, and then I've obviously put a few spoms over the top of it, and that is literally where I'm at now. So time check, just gone 11 now. I couldn't sit there any longer. It's only taken me 10 minutes to do that. It hadn't taken long to do that. But yeah, I couldn't sit my hands any longer, but I'm literally going to leave them now. I couldn't have placed them any better. I've got another 2-3 hours. I am going to sit here, watch the water. But this time of year, I think you can be sort of a bit chasey. I don't want to keep moving bags around. Unless I'm seeing stuff, then yeah, but I'm not. I'm really not. I've not seen nothing this morning. And I've put the bags pretty within the zone of I'm 99% sure of where I heard them last night, and I've seen fish off them reeds this time of year before with my good friend of mine, Corey, Mr. Longcaster, when we were over the other side and he was banging these rods and getting this far off this. There was like a stump. The stump's gone now. I think they've taken that snag out, but I know roughly where it was, and I've seen fish buckle straight out of the water. So I know that they do get there, and I think it doesn't really get fished, if I'm honest with you. I think it's quite a chuck. So yeah, that's where I'm at, and like I said, just gone 11 o'clock, sit back now and hopefully see some signs. I've already got coops going on the bait and the seagulls harassing me over there. Like I said earlier, the bird life's not ideal, but I'm happy, I'm smiling. It's nearly Christmas, it's been a good week. Although I got no sleep last night, I feel a little bit more alive, if that's any way of saying it, to a degree. So yeah, I'm smiling, I'm happy. So I'll see you in a bit. And you're probably thinking, Ben, they ain't Neville's. No, they're not Neville's. These are the new Wolf International alarms. Now, a massive shout out to Wolf, because I tell you what, they are bloody good. They've got all the settings you could possibly imagine on. And they haven't been, although I was getting battered by the wind last night, they weren't beeping and buzzing all night. They've been really, really good. And yeah, really quite happy with them, to be honest. So if you're in the market and you do want a nice set of alarms that aren't stupidly priced, definitely have a look at these bad boys. I am starting to pack up now, if I'm honest with you. It's been a lovely afternoon. I've had Bobby pop down as well. We had a good chat. Old Riley's dad, Mr. Riley, the man who can down here, and he's particularly had the fish that I want to catch. And a lovely nipper. I said about coming down the factory and doing some bits up there with me, so I'd really love to get down there and show him a few bits and bobs. He's a bait maker himself, but sort of quite new to it, so yeah, I'd love to sort of show him a few more bits and get in his head a little bit and go, right, try this, try that, so he can go over a little bit more knowledge and hopefully use it to his advantage for sure. I made the joke, I said, Bobby, I wish I had someone when me and my brother first started, or when I first started all them years ago, but just over 20 years I've been making bait for now, but my dad's not a fisherman, so it was very hard to get knowledge because it's always been very secret squirrel. The last 20 years, only the last sort of 3 years where, especially ourselves, we go into great depth. I tell why I put things in and the sort of the knowledge I've learned. So anything that I can give back to the younger generation, I'm all for that. Also had another nipper behind me just over here now. He's just come up. Just give him a load of bits as well. I don't know if you can see him. He's over here. He's been pike fishing. He's been asking questions about pike. Lovely little nipper. And yeah, that's what it's all about in my eyes. It is bringing the new Tom makers up, if you like, in the fishing world. So, like I said, guys, I said at the beginning it was going to be a quick one. I do need to get back. I'm going to try and get a couple of hours sleep if I'm honest with you, because I didn't get no sleep last night, and I'm feeling a little bit. And obviously I've got the Taylor family over this evening, so I'm looking forward to that. And I'll be back. I've got unfinished business down here. I don't know when I'll be back, but there's a fishing I dearly would like to catch. And yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. Hopefully you've liked this video, guys. If you have, give us a thumbs up. Make sure you comment down below. Smash that subscribe button so you don't miss any videos going forward. And I'll see you all very soon. Peace out.